Hey everybody, it's Amy, and I hopped on here yesterday and said that several of us leaders are going to be jumping on here and talking to you about the oils that you got in your kit. So for those of you who just purchased a kit maybe last month, or maybe you've gotten one here in December, we're just going to be teaching you about the different oils that come in your kit and just showing you different ways we use these oils in our families. So the first one up today is RC. And RC actually stands for respiratory congestion. So right there, it kind of tells you what it's for. But RC, I'm going to look at my computer screen. That's why my face is kind of glowing a weird bluish color right now. RC is a blend of spruce, cypress, and 3 types of eucalyptus. You can diffuse it, which is a really popular way that people use it when they're needing that extra respiratory support. Put 2 or 3 drops in your diffuser, either at night when you're going to bed or sometimes first thing in the morning. It's a really great kind of uplifting smell. You can smell the eucalyptus in it. It's really strong, so it's very like earthy, kind of tree smelling. I didn't love it at first, but I really do like it now, and you can just kind of like feel it, just kind of like opening everything up. So a few different ways that we use it in our family are, think of like Vicks VapoRub, how you might use that product. We don't use Vicks anymore, but I will use this the same way that I would use Vicks. I'll take my coconut oil and add a scoop or 2, tablespoon or 2 to a glass jar. This one's kind of big, but it's kind of nice in the winter time. So I'll add a few tablespoons of coconut oil to this jar, and then typically I'll do like a drop of oil for each tablespoon of coconut oil that I've used. If you're going to be using this on younger kids, like maybe toddlers, I would maybe do like a drop of oil for every 2 tablespoons. It's really up to you, like whatever you're comfortable with, and that is the beauty of oils. I'll tell you, one of the reasons I started using essential oils was because I love the fact that I am, first of all, empowering my kids to take their health into their own hands and not having to rely on somewhat of a broken system. But I have an 8-year-old, and I can send her to the medicine cabinet and say, hey, grab out the RC and, just like rub a little on your chest. And she can do that. If she accidentally gets 2 drops on her hands and does it, she's going to be fine. It's not going to hurt her. Maybe really strong for her to breathe in, but I'm not going to hurt her. I love that. So I can't do that with a bottle of like ibuprofen or Dimetapp or something like that. So another reason why I love my oils. So anyway, once I have my 2 or 3 tablespoons of coconut oil in here and add my 2 or 3 drops of oil, just stir it up with a spoon and then take it out, and just like you would apply Vicks VapoRub, like to your chest, like right before you're going to bed at night, it smells very similar. Or sometimes I'll put it in with the coconut oil and rub it all over our feet, and then just put a pair of socks on before we're going to bed. You can even put a drop or 2 in your lotion. If you have like unscented lotion or something, that's another great way. You can rub it all over your feet, put your socks on, and jump into bed when you just need that extra respiratory support. Some people love to use RC before they go for a run or before they exercise, maybe hitting the gym or jumping on a treadmill or maybe going for a fast-paced hike or something like that. They'll just put a drop of RC on their chest to just feel their lungs open right up, and just really supports that respiratory system, which is fantastic. Again, a quick, easy way to do it if you're just needing some fast respiratory support is to just put 1 or 2 to 3 drops in your diffuser. I will even sometimes, like after you pour your oils, you get a little bit of like residue around the edge here, and sometimes what I'll do if I don't want that much is I'll just kind of run my finger over it, and I will literally just put the drops like right here, like right under my nose, And then that way I can just breathe it in with what's left over on the bottle. One last trick I want to tell you with RC, and this goes for a lot of oils that I use. Once I have used up a bottle of oil, and I actually just did this with RC, there is still like a lot of oily residue on the inside of your bottle, and sometimes maybe a few drops at the bottom that are just really hard to get out. I have a big bag of Epsom salts in the bathroom, like under the sink in the bathroom. And so I'll just take my empty bottle, take the lid off, and you can pop these little plastic lids off, which is nice like this. And I will just scoop my oil bottles, my empty oil bottles, into that big bag of bath salts. Just fill it all the way up with bath salts, and then just set it in the medicine cabinet or on the counter or whatever. And when my kids are taking a bath, I'm not a bath person, maybe you're a bath person, but when my kids are taking a bath, I'll find an empty bottle. Last time it was RC. I've done lavender, I've used Thieves, I've done all different kinds of bottles. When they're jumping in the bath, I'll just empty out the Epsom salts and the oils into their bathtub. First of all, it's like a homemade diffuser. It's amazing. A couple weeks ago, I was using Dreamcatcher, which is an oil that's not in the kit, and it's great before bedtime, and the whole house just smelled like Dreamcatcher. It was amazing. So that's one trick of something that I like to do when I run out of oils, just to soak up those last bits of drops that are left in here and use it for bath time. But that's how we use RC. So we just use it like we would just use a Vicks Vapo Rub. Mix it with some coconut oil, rub it on your chest, rub it on your feet. Sometimes you just put a drop right into your hand and rub it directly onto your chest. Take deep breaths in. Oh, it smells so good. It's so clean and fresh smelling, especially if you like that eucalyptus smell. It smells great. It just opens up that whole respiratory system and gives you that respiratory support that your body needs. This is a great oil that you want to have on hand all winter long. So if your kids are in school or you work in a place where there's lots of people, what do people equal? Germs, right? So as we head into these longer winter months where people just, love to hug each other and share those germs, you're going to be finding that you may need this extra respiratory support. So RC is a great one to have on hand. This is one that I'm never without. It's always on my shelf somewhere all year round, but we love RC. So first oil in the kit, RC. I hope that you're loving your RC and using it. It is a great one to have. If you have another way that you like to use RC, or you have a recipe that you want to share with RC, you can leave it in the comments below. If you have a question about RC or there's something that you're wondering, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But come back tomorrow. We're going to be learning about another oil, okay? All right, have a great night. Bye, everybody.